What's up, guys? This is my last day of being a quarter of a century years old. Tomorrow I'm turning 26, and just wanted to share a few thoughts that would hopefully help you out. So, before I start blabbering on about myself, here's a practical question for you that will hopefully make you think about life differently. And that is something I just asked myself in the shower the other day. And the question is, if I had an extra $100,000 in my bank account, how would I live differently? And I'm happy to say that my life wouldn't be that different. I would still work out, eat steak, eat most of the same foods I eat, like fucking bananas, blueberries, dark chocolates, things, yogurt, things I like. May go to more fancy restaurants, but again, steak is steak. It's not that expensive in Paraguay where I am at right now. I would still want to be in Paraguay with my friends. I've been here a few days, excited to be here for a few more months, and I would still live life pretty much the same. Now, if I was to have an extra $100,000 in my bank account every single month, then I predict my life would be extremely different. But if tomorrow I wake up and I have an extra $100,000 in my bank account, I'll probably treat my friends or whatever, like pay for everything. Maybe I'll make a few investments, but I guess that's a tangent. That's not the point of what I was trying to get at. And ideally, I think you live a good life if you suddenly get a significant amount of money in your bank account. It doesn't change. That means you live a good life because that means you're living how you want to right now. And so many people obviously want to make more and more money, but if you ask yourself, hey, if I had this amount of money more, how would my life change? And if your life wouldn't really change, then maybe that's a good thing, but maybe money is not the thing that's really missing because people assume that with money comes a bunch of other things. But if you were the exact same person, you just had money and nothing else, you didn't, your fitness was exactly the same, your relationship was exactly the same, how satisfied would you be? And for many people, everyone wants to make more money, but for many people, increasing how much money they make would not have that big of an impact on their life, but improving the fitness would have a drastic impact on their life. Improving the relationship would have a drastic impact on their lives. So for some people, making more money would have a drastic impact on their lives, way more than improving the fitness or relationship. But it's important to assess where you're at and to really maximize the things that you're probably weakest at. Because if you're 9 out of 10 in terms of fitness and relationships, and only 2 out of 10 in terms of money, then yeah, making more money will make a huge impact on your life. But if you're 9 out of 10 in money and 2 out of 10 in fitness, then improving your fitness would have a much bigger impact on your life. And going from a 9 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10 in your money, in your finances, will have a very minuscule impact on your life and will take a lot more effort than to go from 2 to a 5 in your fitness. When you go from 2 to a 5, that's 2 extra points, you will have a drastic impact on your life. So it's really important to think about what can you do to improve your life the best way possible, and it's usually what you're weakest at. So just a random thought and rant that I wanted to share with you guys. And yeah, it's crazy how I'm turning 26 tomorrow. I feel pretty old, but another fun exercise that I like to think about, especially when it comes to comparing yourself to other people, because we all do it, it's natural. And there's nothing wrong with comparison, there's only something wrong with putting a judgment on the comparison. Because if you don't compare, then you don't know how to improve where you're at. And everything in life is comparison, not bad or good, it just is. If you ask, is this table big? You are comparing it to another size table. Because if somebody says this is a big table, your definition of big and my definition of big might be drastically different. So it's important to define terms. I'm going on multiple tangents. What I want to show with you in this video, other than the $100,000 exercise, is just think about, no matter where you're at life, no matter how old you are, what can you do to obviously maximize it? And that sounds like a simple question, but so many people, as I mentioned, focus on the wrong things. So I'm just talking out loud, thinking to myself, about to turn 26. Obviously, we all wish we were more, we could do more, we had more things, etc., etc. But what is the thing I should be focusing on the most, especially right now? Because as you age, things change. If I was 87, I probably wouldn't have that many years left in my life. So my focus would be entirely different. But now, still have my entire life ahead of me, even though I am feeling, I don't know if I'm feeling young or feeling old. There's a lot of people who are way younger than me who are doing better. There's a lot of people who are way older who are doing worse. Doesn't matter. Just focus on me. But yeah, I think right now the biggest thing is building a personal brand, as cheesy and cliche as that sound, which is why I'm doing a daily video over 60 seconds every single day, even if it's a 90-second video, if it's a 6-minute video like this. This is probably one of my longer videos, so congrats, Daniel. Even though I have no idea if people watch it or not, the point is just rant, the point is just talk. And I'm gonna close with this. I said this in another video, but I feel like it's super important to reiterate because I believe this will change your life more than anything. And that is the two most transferable skills, the two most impactful skills that you can focus on are fitness and speaking. I believe those would have an impact on anything. Obviously, that will have an impact not just on fitness and relationships, but also money. Because if you look the part, or at least you don't look like you're sloppy, you don't look like you're lazy, and you're able to articulate your thoughts well, I believe you can make a lot more money no matter what industry you're in. And obviously, for your health, being fit is super important, and being able to communicate your thoughts helps you with all types of relationships. So, I'm a fitness coach. Obviously, my fitness is pretty good. Can always get better, like everyone, but I have that pretty much handled. My speaking skill is something I definitely want to work on, especially when it comes to speaking to a camera with absolutely no feedback. It's not like a human interaction where there's a back and forth interaction, and they nod their head and say yes when you say something that is good, and they are confused, or they make faces to let you know where you're messing up, where you're going wrong, when you're saying things that don't make sense, and when you are making a great point. But this is just talking, and ideally one take, and mess up as little as possible. So yeah, that is primarily why I'm making these YouTube videos. As I mentioned, I'm committed to do this every single day, no matter what, just over a minute, because that counts as a long form video. Shorts I have scheduled and all that, but long form video is just something like this. So I don't want to run too long because I want at least one person to actually watch this video. It would be really cool to think about it. By the time I'm 27 next year, I would have made over 365 videos. I think 371 or 72 videos at this point. If I continue doing this every single day till I'm 27, and if I do that, then I guarantee I'll be a lot better at speaking, a lot better at making this type of videos, and a lot better at making these videos a lot more engaging. So it would be cool for me to watch myself doing this a year from now. So that is a big reason why I'm making this. And also, hopefully, this actually gives you value. So the value that I think you can take from this is ask yourself the question, if I had an extra 100K in my bank account, how would my life change? Would my life change at all? Is improving my finances the most important thing, or is there something else I should focus on? And for me right now, improving my finances is probably one of the most important things. However, if I was given the money, would not have the same impact. But if I learned the skills of how to make more money, that would have the biggest impact. So that's a reminder for myself that I don't want the easy money. I want it to be challenging, because if it wasn't challenging, then everyone would do it. And if everyone would easily be able to do it, then it won't have any value. So what's the point? Yeah, hopefully that helped with your mindset. And the other lesson that hopefully I'm conveying, which I conveyed in other videos as well, is the two most important skills are fitness and speaking, and it's important to focus on both at all times, which is what I'm doing right now. So yeah, hopefully that was valuable, and have a good night, or whenever you're watching this. Have a good morning. Have a good day. Peace.